Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. To the Hbar holders, let's talk about what's happening with the Hbar's price as we are going into Thursday morning. Appreciate everyone, for sticking around and showing so much love on these updates. Again, continue doing so, and you will see these updates on a continuous basis. So, looking across the board today, as we are obviously going into Thursday morning, seeing a market rebounding a little bit. But again, in a grand scheme of things, we still want to be paying very close attention to Bitcoin. But again, some coins actually feeling, quite a nice move. As you can see, Zcash picking up steam again. Atom is up about 12%. The Fed coin pump, so on and so forth. But again, let's just not forget, what we're looking at as far as, a weekly and a monthly time frame is concerned. But HBAR right now, 14.7 cents, down 2.1% on the Bitcoin side of things, with the market cap at 6.25 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about $232 million. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So, taking a look at the dominance index, pretty much what I want you guys to understand is take a look at where we were on the 18th of November. Obviously, that is a new monthly low that we set for ourselves for the dominance. But since then, you could see for yourself, dominance is starting to, pick up, and, we are gaining some traction on the dominant side of things, something we don't want to be ignoring, to be honest. If you're looking at Bitcoin, on the other hand, take a look at BTC. Bitcoin right now is literally, as of recording this update, sitting exactly at the neckline of the point 50. Actually, we're finding ourselves just below that. But one thing I want you guys to pay attention to is the fact that Bitcoin actually did end up retesting a new monthly low. You can see for yourself, we came down to $88,600. So again, a new monthly low, exactly what we were anticipating on this channel. But once again, the support around that key range has been able to, come in favor. You can see for yourself, that's exactly where we got supported by, and we have seen a bounce. As I've stated to you guys before, a drop in below this support, pretty much takes us back down to the main level that we've been talking about at $86,000. But since then, we did see a Bitcoin rebounding. So again, that is a major support line. Since then, Bitcoin actually did see quite a nice bounce of about 5.3%, but once again was able to see a rejection at the 0.50 fib zone. And as of recording this update, we are sitting below it. But what we could see happening is maybe breaking out, above to, maybe 96 or even $98,000. Would not be surprised at that. I do expect $100,000 rejection because, again, that is a very important level. We have broken below here, and I still think if we were to retest that, we might see a rejection at that price point, and that is if we get to that price point. But again, I would not be surprised if we do see the price of Bitcoin start heading up to some of these key levels. Again, if we want to put this into perspective, major level, of course, is around 100K. That's about an 8.6% move towards the upside. Again, from a scalp perspective, people that scalp trade on the spot side of things, as you guys know, there are people that trade for a living. They don't really care, whether it's a bull market or the bear market. Again, not leverage trading. I'm not specifying leverage trading because, again, you guys know I'm totally against leverage trading. But, I support people that understand how technical analysis works and, that like to, scalp trade on the spot side of things. Again, that means if you were to see Bitcoin rebounding up to some of these key levels, breaking above the $94,000, key resistance, maybe will be a big confirmation, and we could push up to some of these key levels. What does that mean? That means altcoins are definitely going to react in a positive way, including HBAR. But again, we still need to be looking for confirmation. Still, me personally, I still think, we're seeing weakness on, the Bitcoin side of things. I'm still anticipating 86K. But again, we'll see what happens. There is definitely an opportunity for Bitcoin to rebound, especially, with this move that we did see. But again, if it remains below $93,800, that would be something that would be, something that we just want to not ignore because that shows weakness, which again, it's still showing right now. But that was a big rant on the Bitcoin side of things. But let's take a closer look at HBAR. So HBAR definitely reacted with the overall move. So, earlier yesterday, you could see for yourself, HBAR actually went below 14 cents. We retested 13.8 cents, as you could see for yourself. So again, not a surprise to anyone, because again, the correlation with Bitcoin, but you can see for yourself, we have seen a rebound since then, about a 7%, move towards the upside. Going back to what I said, opportunity is there, even in the bear market. And again, for altcoins right now, we are in a bear market, historically speaking, as far as, the broader market is concerned, the broader market is supposed to be in a bull market. And there's a lot of coins that held up really good. But again, as I've stated to you guys before, the landscape is completely different this time around. But in the future, I think utility projects with the real use case are really going to be the one that will have attention to them. And yes, I've mentioned this to you guys before on the HBAR update as well. A lot of people ignore that HBAR is one of the very few projects that still ended up retesting the 38.2 fib zone. And right now, we're seeing obviously a pullback, and so is the entire market. But again, a 7% move towards the upside right now. We're sitting below 15 cents. But again, like I said, we could see HBAR rebounding and retesting this 15.5 cents key resistance, which we've been below for the past 5 days. Since dropping below this key support line, you could see the price of HBAR has gone down an additional 11%. So again, obviously, if Bitcoin is able to rebound above this key range, maybe we do see a little bit of a bounce. I would personally still think, that would be a fake out. I'm not buying it. But again, for the short term perspective, we could see a rebound, which would obviously have a positive impact on altcoins as well, including HBAR, in my opinion. So, what I want you guys to kind of keep in mind right now is obviously, as far as the price is concerned, we're still below the key range right now. You could see it kind of forming an accumulation pattern, but at the time of recording this update, at the 14.7 cents, give or take, that is a resistance for us. Pretty much clearing that could take us back up to the 15.5 cents. That itself is a move of about 6% from where we currently are. And like I said, pay attention to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is able to rebound above this key resistance, I am very confident, HBAR price to reclaim back up that above that key resistance. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you so much for all your love. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX and peace.